Okay, so in this video, I will explain how to properly score using a score sheet and how the counting works in Scrabble. So I'll give a brief overview about it. So we'll take the previous example of bakery. So let's say you are playing bakery in the first move. So this is how the scoring will work. You will notice that there are colored squares around the board. So these are called premium squares, right? The light blue square is a double letter word. So if a particular letter falls under this, that word value gets doubled. For example, if you put the B here, the value of B is 3 points. That 3 points now becomes 6 points, right? Then the dark blue square is a triple letter. If the B falls here, that's 3 times 3, 9 points. And the orange square is a double word score. So basically, like the entire word gets doubled. In this example, the word value is 3, 4, 9, 10 points. If bake falls on a double word score, that 10 points becomes 20. Likewise, there's a triple word score as well. So that particular word will get multiplied by 3. In this instance, that's 5, 6, 7, that's 30 points. So the challenge will come when there are multiple premium squares that are being used at once. So we'll just go through an example. So the very first thing is that the person who plays the first move always gets the score doubled. That is a general rule. Because you'll notice the color of the center square is also orange. So by default, that's a double word score. Let's play bakery like this. Firstly, like this. So now here, you will notice that none of the letters actually touch a premium square, right? So it's just plain. So this will be 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the very first move gets doubled. So here, actually, that 15 becomes 30, and that is the score you see on the left-hand side of the word. So for this particular option, the opponent will get 30 points. But if we play bakery like this, where the B is falling on a double letter square, now this B is actually 6 points. Now we play bakery like this, you will notice the value is 36. The reason for that, this B is now 6. So 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13, 14, 18. And then the entire word gets doubled. So 18 times 2 is 36. That is how the scoring generally works. So let's play bakery like this, and how you properly record it in a score sheet. So this is just an example of a score sheet. You firstly have to write the word. So I will type in bakery like this. So that's where you write the word, and then you write the very first score here. Not you are just going to pass the first square. You just leave it blank and you write the score here. So I will play this, and let's just take as an example some random tile rack. This is your opponent's tile rack. Let's say your opponent played something like when, WHEN. So here, the letter W doesn't fall on a premium square, so that's 4 points. But the H falls on a double letter square. So this H becomes 8. So far we have 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. And if you put the N, which also falls on a double letter square, that becomes 15. Once again, the H falls on a double letter, so the H becomes 8. The N also falls on a double letter. The value of N becomes 2. And when you add a W, that's altogether 50. So we'll record it like this, 15 points for win. So you have to write your opponent's name here, and you have to write the opponent's words and the corresponding score as well. This particular section of the score sheet is called tile tracking. This is where you basically cut down words. For example, um, after the word bakery was played, you can cut a B, you can cut a K, E, R, Y. And then your opponent played when, right? So you cut a W, you cut a H, but now you don't cut a E because this E belongs to bakery, which you already cut earlier. You cut the N. So the objective of tile tracking is actually to get an idea of what are the other tiles that are left in the tile bag when it comes to strategizing ahead of the game. For the beginners, you don't need to concern yourself too much over this. This is just for your extra knowledge. But the word writing part and the scoring part should be accurate. And let's say that, yeah, this is your second tile. Now you play a word like, let's say you play bears. We'll take that as an example. So the value of B, now the B was initially in a double letter score, but now it was used. So once a premium square is used, you can't use it again. So now the value of the B is 3 points. So 3 plus the E doesn't fall on a premium square. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the S falls on a double word score. So this entire word gets multiplied by 2. So 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. And we'll record it here. We are going to write bears like this. And now the second score you write here. So you get 36. And for the second move, you get 14 points. The addition of these two you write here. So 36 plus 14 is 50. So it's like following somewhat of a zigzag method. So addition of these two. So it will go like this. Same for your opponent as well. And let's take another move for the opponent. So let's say you play this. And yeah. So here, let's say your opponent played something like rainy. So again, that's very simple. On the A is falling on a double word score. So you add the value for the entire word and double it. So in this case, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So you add rainy here and you add 16 points to your opponent. The addition of 16 plus 15 from the previous move, you add here as 31. So that's how the score sheet works, and that's how the counting works as well. So the counting becomes complex, um, like when we move on to an example like this. Let's say now we know that ZE is a word and ZA is a word. So let's say now in your turn, you play ZA like this. How these 44 points come is the Z falls on a double letter. So that becomes 21 here. Now here actually you are making ZA, but you're actually making 3 words, right? These are the 3 words you're making. So you have to individually count the value for each and every word. So for ZA, you are getting the entire C gets multiplied by 2. So that's 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. And for ZE, so this also your like gets double because you're using the Z at once for both the words. So this gets 20. 20 plus 1, 21. For double A, the A doesn't fall on any premium square, right? It's just the Z that falls there. So the value of A is just 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. You add all of these together, you get 21 plus 21 plus 2 to form 44 points. That's how you get that value. So that's as complex as it gets. So you note it down here. ZA 44 points. Addition is 75. You note rainy here. So rainy was 16. 50 plus 16 is 66. So that is how you record using the score sheet.